So I'm currently on a little trip in roads in Greece. And something that I'm noticing quite a lot recently is screen time is so bad. Like, I'm like way too observant, and I've literally just got back from the restaurant, and there is parents, every single parent in this hotel is sat at the table eating their dinner, and their child has their phone in front of them like this, with some sort of child's program or whatever it is, high stimulating program. They're not even communicating with the child. They just want to eat their tea, keep their child quiet, and shove it in front of a screen. And this is actually becoming a massive fucking problem. And I feel like people just think they're not doing any damage. Like, you are setting your child up to basically be a consumer. You're setting your child up to be glued to screens. You know how fucked their attention span is going to be? Their attention span is going to be fried. When they're older and they want to start focusing on a business, they want to actually get something done. You know, you ever feel like you've been sat scrolling all day on your phone and you just don't want to go to the gym? Or you can't be asked doing the simple things in life that make you appreciate life. Let's say, for instance, for me, I used to live quite a high stimulating life. I would be eating out 3 times a day. I would be wanting to do like luxury stuff, like being in Dubai, driving supercars, whatever, living the fast-paced life, doing crazy things all the time. And when you do this, and when you're constantly stimulated by your phone, it starts to become very hard to do simple things like walking the dog, reading a book, focusing on that course that you've been wanting to do for the past few months. And it is so bad. I've recently become a father, and he's around 7 months now. And I would not dream of sitting him in front of the phone to keep his attention. Like, people are just so obsessed with all this stimulation, and everybody's addicted. And usually it tends to be like people that are older than me. So I feel like my generation was the last generation that didn't have the phones when they was a kid. Like, we was playing out on the streets, getting up to mischievous, playing football, just being kids. And like I say, I've noticed it's people that are older than me shoving their kids in front of the screen. Like, you know that when you was a child, you didn't have that. And you know that it's a problem. It's people are addicted to it. I've literally been walking around the hotel, and it's pissing me off because I really shouldn't let this bother me. But it does. And there is people that are on holiday, sat in the lobby lounge, scrolling on their phones. There's couples sat together scrolling on their phones, not even communicating with each other. Most couples probably don't even know each other that well nowadays. They probably know more about their favourite influencer than what they do each other. And you can bounce around this hotel, and there is literally people sat just scrolling on their phones. You're on holiday. This is probably... Look at the hotel. I'll show you this. Look at this hotel. This is probably one of the nicest hotels I've ever been to. And I've been to some nice hotels. The majority of these people are from countries like the UK. And like me, you should genuinely be taking this in. Because I've done this in the past. I used to be like the guy that would just be sat on my phone continuously 24/7 scrolling, like, and not even notice it as a problem. That's when it is a problem, when you don't even know it's a problem. And these people are more than likely going to get back to the UK and realise how shit it is, and they're like, fuck, I wish I'd have really just lived in the moment. I wish I'd have really just took it all in and enjoyed myself. I think for the next holiday I do, I'm going to completely just switch my phone off. I'm just going to take it all in. I have been this holiday. I've genuinely been. Don't get me wrong, I have been catching myself on my phone scrolling now and then. But after a couple of minutes, I'm like, put it down. And if I do it again, put it down. We all have this problem since social media came around. And it is a big issue. But getting back onto the children thing, it is so bizarre to me. Like, you don't want your child to create and be loud, but you putting them in front of this the child is basically just going to constantly rely on that. They're going to always want this. They're going to always want to be in front of a screen. They're always going to want to be stimulated. What happens when you take that away? When you take that away, they're just going to be fucking agitated. They're going to be they're just going to be so agitated and have worse behaviour. If you feel like your child has bad behaviour, it is because of what you are doing. It's not because the child is a bad child. You're massively stimulating your child, putting your child in front of a screen. There's no word about this. It is a massive problem. These child programs that are stupidly stimulating, just fucking remove the screens. Remove the screens in every aspect. Like, I will always say, and I've said it to my partner, my son, this is my son's competition. If he wants to propel in anything that he does in life, he's got it so much easier. I just feel for all the other kids. Like, their dopamine receptors are being absolutely fried by these stimulating programs. And it's not like the programs that we was watching when we was children. People that are my age. I sound like a proper old guy now. I was born in 1997, and the stuff that we watched was nowhere near as stimulating as what they have nowadays. We haven't even... He's 7 months old, and we've not even put him in front of a screen. We've genuinely just gave him the time, and he has been... He's basically a breastfed baby, so... Well, he's a full-time breastfed baby, and we've been introducing him to, like, steak and eggs and all that sort of stuff at the minute. And babies can be a handful, but why are you always choosing the easy option? If you are prepared to have children, do it right, not shove them in front of a screen. And this is probably going to, like, piss a few people off, but it's the truth. Why would you want to just shove them in front of a screen and just numb them down? Look into what these screens and what these high stimulating programs are actually doing. And it's alright, some people go, well, I put this so-and-so program on and it's not stimulating. The colours, everything like that. Just, it is stimulating. Believe me, it is stimulating. Just remove the screen in general, no matter what it is. If you want to, put some sort of old school... If you don't want to remove the screen, put some, like, program that you used to watch when you was a kid. Fucking... What's it called now? Bear in the Big Blue House. That shit. That's what I used to watch. But honestly, man, like, screens are becoming a massive problem, and if you catch yourself, try to be a little bit more observant, you know. When you're walking through the streets, when you're basically either going to work, you're off on a walk, you're spending time with people that you love, walk with good posture. Have your head up. Not everybody's like this nowadays, looking down at the floor, and I was quite a lot. I've started to try fix my posture, held my head up, and take everything in that's around me. Honestly, just take everything in around me and stop being like robots heading the phone like this. That's what they want everybody to be like. The people that bring out all these social media apps, they basically want you addicted. They make money from this. Their apps are designed around addiction. Now, if you recognise this and you see this video, then do something about it. Start acknowledging it. Start putting restrictions on your phone. I know you can just click past them. I've often done that. But the first step is acknowledging that it's a problem, and I don't think a lot of people are. And then what happens in years to come is, well, they're already doing it, is they're just going to prescribe medication to calm your kid down. Like, oh, your kid's got ADHD. Yeah, no shit. Like, your kid's constantly stimulated. Kids don't play out and get fucking messy anymore and just be kids. They genuinely, like, are just glued to screens. And it is a fucking massive problem, like I say. But this is my first video and I'm on holiday at the minute. So I don't want to be wasting it just sat in the hotel room as I've just been talking about this. 11-minute video in. Just look at this. Look at this. This is what I've currently been reading. Psychology of Money. It's pretty decent. I'm a few pages in. My partner, she's been reading Stephen Bartlett's Diary of a CEO. She's excited about that one. She's a lot further ahead than what I am on mine. But yeah, man, just take all what I've just said in. If you have a child, give the baby your time. They are a handful, but you don't need to shove them in front of a screen. Believe me, how you need to see it is, how I see it is, and it's very, very sad for me to say this, but my son has got a very easy competition because all these children are set up to just be consumers. And most of the time it's going to be the toxic short form content. Like, that's not me saying on a night don't sit on YouTube and watch a fucking 2-3 hour podcast that's feeding you a bunch of information. I do that quite a lot. But it's the short form content, the mindless scrolling is what's absolutely frying your brain. Do something positive. Do the right thing. First video.